Hey guys, I just wanted to quickly show you the shipping template thingy jibber. So first thing we're going to do is I've created a new document type called the shipping template, which is used just for this feature. I am going to go here. Oops, and look for my shipping templates. So you gave me a bunch, Chris, all of these, but I have sort of made it as generic as possible so that we only have one document we have to modify. And I upload that document. You can see the files here. And now I need to go into our shipment workflow. I'm going to go to the C shipment, and I'm going to select this generic template. So what this is basically doing is it's basically saying like any type of air shipment or sea shipment, suitcase shipment, land shipment, can have documents associated or document templates that are associated with them. In our case, we've just modified the C workflow. So if I go back here, and actually before I do that, so if I go back, I'm going to take a look at all the shipments. If I go back here, you'll notice that the generic COD and PL.docs is here. What we can do is actually change the name of this to whatever certificate of donation or whatever. These documents are just hard-coded things that we've always had in the system, but now that I'll just double show you this. If I go back in here and I select another one, that will show up as well. Go here. So now we've got the two. So we could add as many of these as we want. But if we go in and actually check this out, you can see that the way it works is I've put in some variable substitutions for some of the things some of the data that you need to pull in. And when we generate the actual document, there's a bunch of these values are preset. And for instance, packing list is a variable. If you put that anywhere, I could add it to this. I'll just do another page. So page break. If I put it here, it would show up there again. And then I also have this variables table that, the variables variable, I guess you could call it, will just show you all the variables that are available. So this is considered a variable. And let me go back in here. I can edit this. And I'll just upload this to include the changes that I just made. Now if I go back to this shipment, so now this document should be associated with this here. And so I can click on that and download it. And you can see that all those values have been substituted with the proper values. You can see that there's a table here that includes all the products and lots, the total value, which is currently 0, is displayed there, and then you can see all these variables. There's something broken here. This should be a table, but the table breaks whenever there's a new line, and there are a couple of new lines here in the shipment consignee. But what you could basically do is look for any of these capitalized things, and you can add this in to the document, into the template, and have those values show up. So that's about it. Actually, I just noticed that the packing list only showed up once. That might not be a problem, but I'll double check that. So I'll get rid of that and actually start from scratch with the suitcase. So I'm actually going to put in packing list, and I forget the name of the. Let me double check here. So generic code. Let's see if I have a carrier. Yeah, I'll have to add that value in. But basically, what I was thinking for the suitcase was that I would just substitute um, Cosmin for something. Let's see if I can find. I'll just do something kind of dumb. So I'll just do origin name. And here we go. Origin name. Actually, this needs to be a variable. You can kind of think of this as like a mail merge, I guess. Similar to that. The reason I'm not copying and pasting is because it can break the variable substitution if you do it that way. Let me get rid of this. Oops. God, I hate Word. Well, I'll have to figure out how to delete this table. There you go. Table. Okay. So, what we should see is all of these values here being substituted, and we can work on this and this later on. I haven't figured out exactly where I'm going to get that from. So now what I want to do is go back in here. I'm going to go to the documents. Let's add a new document. I'm going to call it shipping template. And this one is the generic suitcase. So I'm going to create that. Document looks okay, just so you know. Suitcase letter. So you can see that be changed. Now I'll go back to workflow, go into suitcase, get rid of this one, and add in the suitcase letter. Now we can go to outbound shipments. Hopefully there are some. Go here, and we should see the suitcase letter, which we do. And you can see the packing list was replaced, and all of those references to the carrier were replaced with the origin.name. Obviously, that's not the right variable, but I just wanted to show you that the substitution is working properly. And that's about it. So I'm going to have to go back through and kind of figure out how to make some other changes within this, within the letter to make it more generic. But yeah, that's it.